Hey everyone, good evening. This is Laurie Delk Radecki, and I'm going to talk to you tonight for my training is the power of saying no. So there is power and revolution of saying no. So I lived most of my life like one of those people pleasers and saying yes to almost everything and everyone as I always wanted everybody to be happy and I wanted everyone to like me. But I learned through the years that that wasn't always the best choice for me. And then it left me with no room for me to do things for me or even downtime to like find my creativeness, find my own inspiration, things like that. And so one thing is, going from people pleaser to creator, it's a journey from saying yes to everyone, and that can lead you to burnout. It can lead you to stifled creativity. It also just discovering and empowering the no and reclaiming your life to be your own. And then, thinking about the shoulda, the invisible pressures and the expectations that lead us to overcommit. And saying no allows us to break from those shackles of the should and let us to define our own priorities. And then it also, it allows you to rediscover like different passions you have or, reignite your creativity and allow you to work on your own dreams and the canvas of your life. And so when you're saying yes to everything and everyone, then that's it. It doesn't leave you the time for you. And especially if you were brought up, you were raised like I was of, the servant leadership and taking care of everybody else. And you that you were maybe even taught that, if you say no, it's rejection. And it's not, it's respecting yourself, right? It's not about being selfish, but it's about self-respect, honoring your energy and your time and setting those healthy boundaries for you and to help you to foster genuine connections with the people around you. And so think about when you're saying no or when you're saying yes to other people or things. And just think about that of, especially if you have that, that desperate desire to please and or the fear of disappointing people. And so, I would just want to say yes to everybody. And then but then it was, for my desires and my wants, that was just for, oh, it was for one day. I'll get around to that or whatever. Right. And the thing was, even when I started saying no, then I would feel guilty for telling people that I wasn't going to do whatever they asked me to do or couldn't do or whatever, or chose to not do. But you have to think about, how much your dreams are and how much they're being squashed, right? And, if you think about like little butterflies and their wings are getting squashed, right? Because all these yeses piled up and it's just so many different yeses and then you're getting overwhelmed and stressed and all your time and all your energy and all your creativity is going to other people's and maybe leaving you depleted and uninspired and, not having that time for you. And so I know I did that with me a lot. And even so many times I was taught it and I was hesitant and, you know, because the same thing, I would feel guilty for saying no, because I thought, well, nobody could do it better than me anyway, right? And, and I wanted them to like me. I wanted to please them, and I wanted to get it done for them. And so you have to remember, it's not defiance. But it's allowing you to have your tongue and have your own life. And the same thing, it's not about selfishness. Like, I always thought it was selfishness. And it's not. It's self-love, and it's taking care of you and the self-respect for you and your time, and this space, this time, this passion is mine. So thinking about that, and thinking about, when you start to realize the rhythm of your own desires, even if it's to take yourself for a long walk in the afternoon, there's nothing wrong with that. So you can do that and still feel okay with telling somebody no, because you've got that time block. They don't have to know what you're doing, right? And that's another thing too that I struggled with at the beginning, was letting people know why I couldn't do something. And so then the same thing, then there would be that level of guilt, or even the other person would tell me, because, oh, that's all you're doing. Well, why can't you do this for me? I'm willing to pay you, for your time or whatever. And I'm like, but no, this is my time. If it's my time to go take a bath, if it's my time to spend time with my spouse or with my child or grandchild, that it doesn't matter. So you don't have to tell other people why you're saying no, but there is the power in that. So that way you have your own time, and you decide that balance, right? Of your balance in your business and in your personal life, and the you time. So there's the family, there's spouse time, there's kids time, there's grandkids time, and there's work time. And you have to figure out that balance, right? And so, like I said, it's not about rejecting other people. It's about choosing yourself, and about reclaiming your time, your energy, and um, not about selfishness, but it's about self-preservation, about nurturing the seed of your own potential. It's about understanding your time and your energy and your creativity, that for what you want to do, not by the whim of others of what they want to be done, and responding to your own needs and your own dreams, and making space for you to breathe and to create and do things. And, then eventually, you'll see that the no's, they'll come up, and you'll realize it's more of self-respect and you putting those boundaries out. And for that way, your time, your energy, and your creativity, that becomes yours again. And you can start to feel vibrant. You can start to feel alive, and you can start saying yes to your own aspirations and your own, whispers of your soul. And so the, thinking about all the applause from others because you say yes to those things, but then you're squashing your own desires, and you want to keep your own passions and your own ambitions to go along and with what you want. And thinking about, your dreams and what you want to do in life and what's important to you. And um don't think about that no is a negativity, but it's an empowerment for you to choose yourself, right? And it can, when you are nourishing your own soul, then that can blossom into something beautiful. And then it's not going to be tired and depleted, right? And so you need to remember that um you you can still please people, you can be a people pleaser, right? But you don't want to do it to your own detriment. And so that was one thing that was a hard thing for me to learn. I still struggle with learning that, because I love to tell people yes. I love to tell people, that I can do whatever, I can take care of it. I can, I love to serve. I was raised that way. I love to do that. And that's good, but you also don't want to do it to your own detriment, right? You don't want to do it where there's um, no room for any blooms in your garden. And so just remember there's the quiet power of no. And it's not the end of the story. And, I know when I got remarried a few years ago and Kevin came into my life, and I remember I had some clients that I was working with that, were more demanding um, and not paying for the work that I was doing. Um, and he helped to guide me to let that go and tell that client, no, I'm not doing this work for you anymore unless I'm being paid. And that the back pay gets caught up. And so I stepped away from that, and it made a lot more time for me and my life and our life together. And but think about that, and it's going to help you to feel better. It's going to help you to live your life and allow the sparks that sets your dreams. And just think about that with remember that if a lot of people are asking you to say yes, to do things, to take care of things, whatever, if you want to and if you can, then great, but just remember that balance. So it's like like think of like a bicycle wheel, and you've got all the little spokes, and in each little spoke you write out different things. So your spouse, yourself, family, God, church, your business, so different things. And just remember to have that balance going good. And there's nothing wrong with saying no. Thanks so much, everyone. I hope you enjoy this message, and follow me for more tips, and leave a comment below if you have any questions or something that you want me to train on next, or if you have any comments. Thanks, everyone. Have a great night.